On this episode of Arts Weekly, I'm speaking with Tom Hofrichter from the First Presbyterian Theater.
I was looking forward to acting in Shakespeare because I don't get a chance to very much. I've directed most of them. And I came across Jack Canty, who is this incredibly bright guy, IPFW student, and he adapted both parts into one evening, about 2.5 hours. And we originally chose them so I could play Falstaff.
And J.L. Nave from the Fort Wayne Philharmonic.
And we've had a lot of fun with it. The Audience Choice Program, which we'll actually do here on the campus on March 5th, we're allowing the audience to actually select the pieces that will be on that concert.
This is Arts Weekly.
Arts Weekly is a production of the College of Visual and Performing Arts at IPFW, offering degrees in fine arts, music, theater, and visual communication and design. IPFW, the energy of arts.
Hello, I'm Chuck O'Connor, and joining me is J.L. Nave, President and CEO of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic. He's here to talk about what's coming up at the Phil. J.L., always good to see you.
Good to see you too, Chuck.
You know, we're going to talk about some of the concerts this fall, but some good news at the Philharmonic. You've just hired a new assistant conductor, Samir Patel.
Yes, we have.
Tell us a little bit about Mr. Patel and what kind of things he's going to be doing for the Philharmonic.
Well, Samir is a Michigan native, went to the University of Michigan, so I guess all those Go Blue fans out there will welcome him into town.
There's a lot of them.
Yes, there are.
Yeah.
And he was the Benjamin Zander Conducting Fellow in Boston and applied for the position. We had about 125 applicants for this one spot. And Samir will be primarily doing education concerts, some family series concerts, some POPs programs, concerts out in the region. One of the most important things that he'll be doing too is actually also assisting Andrew, our music director, when he's in town for Masterworks concerts. He'll be what's called the cover conductor.
Oh, okay.
So if Andrew falls ill at the last second,
yes,
Samir has to be prepared to conduct the performance.
So we'll be seeing a lot of Samir as well as Andrew for years to come. And
yes.
And like you say, you mentioned that one of his duties is going to be the family series. We're going to talk a little bit about the Philharmonic's family series in a minute. But before all that, the Philharmonic Chorus has an interesting concert coming up at the Fort Wayne United Methodist Church. It's the Night at the Opera.
Night at the Opera. I'm actually singing in that performance, so
oh my gosh.
Got to put the plug in for that. Come on, and it's going to be a great concert. We have it's almost the best of opera is on this program. We have selections from Carmen. We have some Gilbert and Sullivan. We have the Overture to the Marriage of Figaro. We just a lot of fun music, some orchestra only, a lot of it with chorus and with soloist, and it's just going to be a fun night.
And that's going to be on October 21st,
right?
Friday night, I believe, at the First Wayne Street United Methodist Church. Good acoustics in there, great place to hear the chorus.
It is, and those concerts either sold out or came very close to selling out all 3 times last year. So this is not a performance. If you want to come, this is not something that you would want to wait till the last minute to buy tickets for.
Absolutely not. You don't get a chance to hear opera a lot in Fort Wayne.
That's
We're
true.
doing a little bit here at IPFW now. But for you opera fans out there, boy, get your tickets fast.
Absolutely.
You're probably a good demand, I would imagine.
If the past is any guide, absolutely.
And you have a lot of local singers. So you have Denise Ritter and Don Bernardini, both
Yes.
IPFW connection there. Molly Bach-Oliver, who's one of ours as well. So those people know how to sing.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, the next concert is now we'll get back to that family series that we're in. This is our first chance to see Samir Patel. Going to be conducting Halloween Spooktacular?
Halloween Spooktacular,
Okay.
That's right, on Sunday, October 23rd. That's actually going to be here on the IPFW campus in the Hour Performance Hall. We have pre-concert activities at 1 o'clock, an instrument playground where kids of all ages actually can come look and try and play different orchestral
1
instruments.
o'clock on that
That's
day.
at 1 o'clock, and then we
Right.
have the performance at 2. All of it's included with the price of the ticket. And this will be Samir's conducting debut, public debut with the Fort Wayne Philharmonic will be that performance.
Some scary music?
Absolutely.
Okay, because we want to be scared. You know, Night on Bald Mountain and...
There's going to be all the great spooky things that you would expect to hear in the concert. We're still putting the finishing touches on it too, but I hear there might be a little costume judging going on as well. So we're going to do it up well.
And so that's for the whole family? Parents bring their kids?
Absolutely.
And you mentioned that part of Samir Patel's new responsibilities. Some of his responsibilities include an educational component. And from what I hear about him, I haven't met him yet, but he's going to be coming on the show in about a month. It said he's very good at sometimes explaining music to kids who maybe haven't heard classical music before. Is that part of what he's going to be doing?
It really is. Samir, one of the great things, he's incredibly passionate about music and about music education. And it's not just for the kids, but also for the adults. He did our musically speaking pre-concert talk for our October Masterworks concert, and just wowed everybody. Just did an excellent job with that.
Absolutely. If you learn a little bit more about classical music, it really helps you enjoy it. And there's so much to learn and so much to appreciate. Want to move a little bit away from the classical end of things, because you also have a pop series. You're going to be doing the music of Sting. But when you say pop series, what do you mean by pops? What is that?
Well, that's really taking from a lot more of the popular music era. So we have Big Bad Voodoo Daddy coming in later this season. We have Bernadette Peters coming in. But this concert's going to be the music of the Police and Sting. And this goes in, we've done music of the Doors, we've done music of the Beatles, we've done a lot of these music of type of shows. They're very popular here in Fort Wayne. And oftentimes a lot of this music just goes well with orchestra, even though the bands themselves didn't have, symphony orchestras behind them. A lot of the music that they play it complements each other well.
You know, I've seen Sting perform on television with an orchestra behind him. He actually plays classical guitar, I believe, and it's really
He's
quite
done
wonderful.
a little composing as well.
And composing of classical music.
Now, the Police and Sting are not going to be here. This is just the music
Let's clarify
We'll
that
clarify
point.
that one. Yeah, I wish, but...
But you will have a rock band playing with the Philharmonic. It's great stuff, it sounds like.
It's incredible music. Roxanne and Fields of Gold, and just all the great songs. We're going to have a good time that night.
And you hear that big orchestra behind it. Again, if you're new to hearing orchestras, this is a great way to get introduced to the sound of the Fort Wayne Philharmonic. That's going to be on October 29th, I believe.
October 29th at 8 p.m. at the Embassy Theater.
At the Embassy Theater. That's going to be a lot of fun. Following that, going on to our Masterworks series, which is the full orchestra, full bore, Embassy Theater. You have Northern Lights Summer Heat.
That's right.
Coming in on November 5th. Now you're going to be doing, I know, Sibelius's Finlandia. Jean Sibelius, the famous Finnish composer.
Right.
That should be special. That's one very, very good piece.
Absolutely. We'll also be doing his Symphony in C as well on that program. But I think where the summer heat really comes in is with our guest artist, Jason View, who is a classical guitarist.
Yes, the Concierto de Aranjuez.
That's right, the Rodrigo.
The Rodrigo.
Yes, concerto. And obviously, you don't get to hear a guitar with orchestra very often. So this will be a very special event for people who enjoy a little bit of maybe the spicier side of the classical repertoire.
You're absolutely right, JL. And this concert, this Concierto by Rodrigo, is something that almost everybody has heard. You might not know the name of it, but once he starts playing, you go, yeah, that sounds like Spain.
I know that. That's right.
And he's a fabulous guitarist. I've actually seen him play before. I like some of the smaller concerts that the Philharmonic puts on. You do the Fryman series, and that's when you have the small quartets and everything like that. And you're going to have one coming up on November 9th here at IPFW. That's actually, I think, 9th and the 13th.
9th and the 13th.
At IPFW, and the 13th over at Arts United Center.
Reversed.
Reversed.
The 9th at Arts United and the 13th here at IPFW.
And following that, you're going to have something called The Color of Italy, which is the part of the signature series. I had a great experience. I went to a signature series concert, which is down at the Arts United Center. You actually had them on Friday nights, selected
Right.
Friday nights, and on Sundays. And on Friday nights, you can get there kind of early. You can have a drink, a cocktail, some food, and meet the musicians.
That's right.
The concert starts at 7 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
And then, of course, if you want to see a more formal concert, you can hear the same concert more or less, maybe a little bit longer, the following Sunday. But I want to get back to The Color of Italy. What's that about?
Well,
Italy?
It is. I mean, there's going to be quite a bit on that program. And we have, what you were talking about, the different, whether you come on Friday night or Sunday afternoon, the Friday night is much more casual. The orchestra is in all black. It's a 60 to 70 minute concert, a shorter version of the concert that we would do on Sunday afternoon. Very informal with a happy hour that starts at 5:30. If you want the more traditional experience, then you can come on Sunday afternoon. Those are at 2:30, and those are the more traditional. The concertmaster comes out and we play the entire works. There's an intermission. It's a little bit longer performance.
Right.
On that one. So.
And it's just a great way. And you're actually going to have a Boris Slutsky on the
Right, we have
piano,
a
a guest artist for that evening.
Well, yes.
And afternoon.
Right, exactly. We'll be on both.
Right. So it's now October. There's obviously still tickets available for all the Philharmonic concerts. Are there season subscriptions still available, or individual seats?
Well, you can do both, actually. We always sell our season subscriptions through the first half of the season. We just prorate those. So if you still want to be a Masterwork subscriber or a Signature subscriber, even though we've already had one of our Signature concerts, then you would just pay 75% of the rest of the series, and you could be a Signature subscriber for the rest of the 11-12 season.
And still trying to get a good deal on tickets. You're also allowing the audience to vote this year on
We are. This
what
is
the orchestra will play.
one of Andrew's great ideas, and we've had a lot of fun with it. The Audience Choice Program, which we'll actually do here on the campus on March 5th, we're allowing the audience to actually select the pieces that will be on that concert. We have just closed our composer round, and we'll be announcing that. So you can probably go to our website and see which composers have won the top 10 composers. And now we're asking people to vote on the overture.
So how do people vote? Get on the website?
They can go on our website, fwphil.org, look for the Audience Choice banner on the front page, and that'll take you, and you'll get to learn more about the different pieces, about the composers, and there will be a link to go vote. You can vote as often as you like.
Well, good, because that gets me off the hook, because I already have.
That's good. No, you keep voting. So, absolutely.
And of course, then the concert's going to be performed in March. So
concert
it's
will be
all
in March. So we'll do the overture round, and then we'll also be voting on a concerto and the symphony for the second half.
Well, fantastic. Sounds like a lot of fun. Jael, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
For more information about the Fort Wayne Philharmonic and how you can get tickets, visit fwphil.org or call the box office at 481-0777. Arts Weekly will return in a moment.